All right, so we're in here. This is Trump and the GE, the UK in turmoil. On the stock exchange, of course, and we've been um, talking about a global crisis around the world for a while now. Uh, well, we have a migrant crisis in this country. Some people don't think so. Where the Biden administration just opened our borders and brought a lot of immigrants here, put them up in hotels, gave them funds, um, and they wouldn't even give funds to U.S. citizens. The whole goal was to get these people to vote for the Democrats. This crisis, this migrant crisis or the immigration issue has manifested itself in several ways. Again, you have people in Chicago openly calling for Trump to come out there to help with this crisis. Upset because they can't get resources for schools, can't get funding for their own kids. And then you have in New York, Mayor Adams got tripped up because he said that he couldn't keep accepting migrants into New York City, which put him in the crosshairs of the Biden administration. Next thing you know, he's got paperwork on him. So he had to saddle up to Trump to get this paperwork off of him and get these charges off of him. Now he's out in New York. He's out of favor in New York. As Mamdani and Andrew Cuomo are expected to be to lead in the New York City mayor's race. And now in the UK, they have a migrant crisis. Over the last couple of days, there was a Epping ruling where courts ruled that migrants can continue to stay in a hotel funded by the government. And UK residents are going off. They're complaining that migrants are replacing Europeans. So I'm going to show a video, show what regular citizens in the UK are complaining about.
Behind every hotel
here is masking the anger.
typically wary of media and distrustful of authority,
They would appeal, wouldn't they? They're scared.
we've been given candid access to speak to those involved.
So we've got to give you a chance.
Branded racist and far right.
They're calling you Nazi scum.
I couldn't care less what they call me.
Protests outside asylum seeker hotels are growing in intensity, drawing some who've never protested. We're going to see Dinah Bentley, a retired teacher. She went to her first hotel protest last week in Wakefield, West Yorkshire, close to where she lives.
Hello. Hi,
Morning.
Donna. Thank you so much.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Very nervous. We are amongst friends.
Right.
I know it can be a little bit controversial, the fact that I don't laud him, but I admire him.
Is that a permanent fixture
That is-
or is that just for us?
I set all my hopes on him and reform because we're in such a mess.
What is it that he says that sort of resonates with you?
He says what I believe, what I think.
Mm.
And everybody talks about the migration, but our country's ruined. They've ruined it. It's an invasion, isn't it? And they shouldn't be here.
If you are sleeping in a position like this, you are wrecking.
Okay, so you saw basically what a regular citizen thinks. You saw the cutout, cardboard cutout of Nigel Farage, who led Brexit, the Britain's exit from the EU several years ago. So you saw what regular citizens are saying. They shouldn't be here. They're using up resources from Europeans and they're displacing Europeans. So there's a couple of themes here. The economy is shrinking. The economy is not as strong as people say it is, and it's hard for working class individuals to make it. That's what that video shows. Working class individuals are upset about it, and they're uprising in the UK to get migrants out of the UK if they can. Get lawmakers to help. Again, the issue with the UK leaving the EU is that regular citizens, working class people, are asking, How come working class people can't make it, but hedge fund managers, real estate developers, merchant bankers can make it? All this money printing over the past several years across the country, across the globe, in the U.S., central bankers in Europe, Mario Draghi in Europe, printing money and giving it to the investor class. Now, a lot of these so-called leaders have fallen out of favor behind this money printing. Now you have the rise of populist leaders like President Trump, Nigel Farage in the UK, Marine Le Pen in France. They told Marine Le Pen she couldn't even run for office in France because they know she's going to beat Macron. They told her she couldn't run, just like they tried to stop Donald Trump from running for president here. So it's a recurring theme that the economy is not that strong for working class individuals. Resources are scarce. All the resources are controlled by a very small segment of society due to all the money printing. And now there's a migrant crisis in the UK. And this is important because, again, as the EU residents were calling out the investor class, the European residents were calling out the investor class several years ago, the same thing came to the US. They left the EU in Britain. The same issues materialized in the U.S. Then you saw the rise of Donald Trump with his populist message. So the migrant crisis in the UK is the migrant crisis in the U.S. whether we like it or not. And now you see President Trump saying we're going to continue to deport people and accelerate deportations from the U.S. And this theme is going to be recurring throughout Europe. So it just shows you that these the global economies and these issues converge globally. That you have a lot of people in the U.S. who argue in a vacuum. They have no clue what's going on around the world. But the same issues we're having in the U.S. are the same issues we're having they're having in the UK. And there will surely be uprisings in the U.S. That's Trump and the GE. UK in turmoil. Thank you.